have been wanting to have a podcast or just to have a space to talk my mind and really like say what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, and like because I feel like I'm in the stage of my life where like I'm happy without having everything figured out. And I think it's very important, and I really want to share that experience with others. So I was like, what if I just like do, what if I just like record myself and put it out there on YouTube? Whoever wanted to listen, let them listen, and whoever like don't care, like just let them not care about it. If you don't care about these stuffs, like there are tons of other things out there you can listen to. Um, but I guess it's more for myself. Like I want to have this space to talk my mind and let others like say what they want and listen to them or read their comments. Maybe I don't get any viewers, or maybe I get one or two. It doesn't matter. I feel like it's more for myself. So I was thinking, what if I name it Safe Space? Does that make any sense? So, and I had another thought. I wanted to be like, because I'm in my 20s, and most people in their 20s, like, most people feel like your 20s are your most energetic time and you have to do this and that and be really productive and not really have like an anxiety or anything like that, but that's not the truth. If you are in your 20s, you know that your 20s can be the most stressful time of your life, so it's fine if you haven't figured things out or whatever. That's why I also thought of having a podcast just named in your 20s or just 20s something. That's another thought. But I haven't decided yet because I don't know if I'm gonna continue like recording. I'm just gonna continue doing it or not, or it's just a one time thing. So I'm not gonna decide on the name yet. I will record this one and I'm just gonna put it out there on YouTube and let's see what's gonna happen. And if it like if I have viewers or listeners, I might continue, and if not, I'll just like but I'm not gonna quit that easily. I wanna like upload at least five like not episode, yeah, I can say the episode of it, and then yeah. So what I want to talk about in this podcast is just how we are in our 20s, like how have lots of things, have lots of thoughts, have lots of uncertainties. And that's a problem. I was listening to a podcast or to a professional who to like to someone who she was talking about being in your 20s and like how stressful that can be, and that really hits me. Like some people are actually realizing that being in your 20s are not that as easy as it look, because when you're in your 20s you're usually graduated, okay? You don't know what you want to do in your life. You don't know your actual desire and purpose. You haven't figured out like your like permanent job. Sometimes you're just in your 20s doing a job and you know in your heart that you can't do it forever and ever. You have to stop at a point, but you don't know when, and you're just afraid. And like about relationships, it's the same. Like you haven't figured out your permanent partner, not like permanent, like you know what I mean. So it can be really stressful, but the energy we have in our 20s is actually really amazing. Like you can all those things on your shoulder, and it's very fascinating, it's very amazing. But what are you spending all your energies in? Like what do you spend it on, let's say? That's what actually really important. Are you just gonna go partying, going out with friends, and like doing fun stuff, watching series over and over again? Or are you really gonna work on your 20s so that you can have the best of your 30s? Because that's the thing, that's the problem, let's say. Like, you have to work on your 20s, not to have the best of your 20s, but to have the best time in your life in your 30s. Okay? Because you can't expect yourself, we can, because I'm on my 20s, I can't expect myself to have everything figured out in my 20s. It's just not, that's not how it works. So it's very important to know how are you like working on it, like how do you spend your time and your energy. I heard that from someone in in like their 30s. He said when you wake up in the morning, like the 24 hour that you have, that I have, that we all have, think of it as a glass of water, like a glass of energy. Okay, think of it as it. What do you spend that glass of water, that glass of energy in? Will you give it to your desire? Would you give it to your going out with friends? Would you give it to reading a book? Would you give it to like learning something new? Or to just like watching a series or over and over again? That's when you have to decide maturely and not really like a teenager. Because when you're a teenager, you're not expected to have like to manage your time very well, do your jobs like I don't know, do things perfectly, because you are a teenager and you're just expected to be like to just be someone without a big problems. That's all expected from you. But when you're in your 20s, you have to like actually work. It's not just I want you to not have any problems and that's it. No, you have to like do something, do things for your life. Um, and the energy that you have in your 20s, I don't think like I haven't seen my 30s, so I don't know about that. But I don't think you will ever get that energy like ever again. So that's when I'm like thinking about uh that loss of energy. Like when I wake up in the morning, I was like, will you give that energy to listening to a like useful podcast or listening to songs that doesn't like benefit you? So I chose the podcast. I was like, I'm gonna listen to a podcast. And after that, I asked myself, like, you still have the glass of energy. Would you give it to like reading a book, or maybe just sitting and talking with your friends? And that's when I did wrong. Like, I give it to like just sitting and talking with my friends and not really do something that benefits me. So it's very important to choose very wisely. Wisely. No. Um. So that's about it. Um. And there's something else that you, alright, like I feel like is very important um to do, which is trying things. Like, as I said, you may not know, like you have to balance between your desire and what works best for you. And trying things will like let you to figure that out. For example, I wanted to do a podcast. I'm just gonna go for it. If I like did good, then like people will follow me and it's gonna be good. Like I'll get something. And it that like I am 80% sure that it's not gonna be well and I just have to like quit. But what did I lose? Like I didn't lose anything. I recorded something, I get it out of my system and I'm feeling much better that I'm talking right now. I haven't lost anything. Okay? So that's what really important. Trying things until like trying things I'm talking to myself too until we figure out what we really want. Like when I'm saying trying things, like trying good things, not just like go for everything. We have to also be careful not to get into bad things. So yeah, that's all from my side. I think it's it become maybe 10 minutes, something like that. But I want to hear from your experience in the comment down below. I will definitely read all of your comments. Take care and know what you spend your energy on.